Hi, good morning. We are on VirtualBox here, and the topic of the video is a release video. So whenever we release ISOs, and 28 of them and 23 desktops to explore in September 2021, then we also make two videos. A stay rolling video, because we want you to just update and change some things, but mainly do not do a clean install. Now, I know we'll break our systems, right? That's why this is a university. We want you to learn about Linux, and yes, you'll break things, and then you do a clean install, and great. Now, this is the video where everything is explained, what has changed to my operating system, what's new, what can we do more, and stuff like that. And at the very, very end, you see here the slider. At the very end, you'll find the video how to stay rolling. So both of them are actually mandatory, right? Nothing is mandatory, but it's very interesting to watch these two. The new stuff is the Cutefish, right? At some point in time, I think already 6 months ago, I was installing Cutefish and it was very young, so to speak. So the project is new. That means it is as it is. I mean, it's under full development. It's not finished. It's not a full-fledged desktop at all. So we have here this icon of the volume, if you see up here. That's also the way to exit and log out. And if you don't have Powerful Control or Pulse Audio installed, you won't see the icon even, but it's still, you can click there somewhere there and you can log out. So it's still under development. Dual screens, no support, right? Wallpaper is an awesome wallpaper choices, but my second screen will be black and will stay black. So it is, for me, a project to follow up. I have an ArcoLinux B Cutefish, and let's see in 1 year time, where is this project then? That's why Cutefish is there. Follow it up. That's it. Don't ask me anything about support for this and support for that. It is as it is. Okay? There are some videos about it. We've made videos about ArcoLinux D, install Cutefish, and so on. And that's how we discovered that the volume, if Pulse Audio Control is not installed, well, you need to click on some blank space up there, and then you'll find that you can exit. We can install it also much easier. We have the desktop, the ArcoLinux desktop tweak tool, ArcoLinux tweak tool, and the desktop installer in there to select one of the 23 desktops we have now. And there's still a few in the pipeline, right? Still not finished. Probably get to 30 at the end. Who knows? Because voila, Cutefish is new, and there will be more guys coming up. So we have this option to install it, and later on, if we say, okay, I've seen it, I know what it is, feels good, and let's wait, maybe, all right? Then you can launch the desktop treasure and delete it again. We've done a lot of work on our apps. July and August, the planning was learn about Python, learn about GTK applications, create more, well, apps. You'll see new apps coming up, but also diving into the code, because the tweak tool is a huge application. It's so many code, and it's all interlinked, and analyzing that, learning that was July and August, and here are the results, right? ArcoLinux desktop treasure is I always say treasure, but it is of course a treasure. This tool is provided without any guarantees, right? Guys, removing things, it's, let's say, difficult, right? And leave it at that. Do not remove the current content of the .config is what we've added. It felt okay to remove the .config and get everything from the etc scal back. Then you were sure everything was correct. But let's say you have i3 on there and you were changing things. Well, we always make backups. You know that. We make backups, right? So there's always a backup somewhere. But the code is gone. The .config is deleted and i3 is then gone. because you set here trash the desktop and trash i3. So in the past versions, you would have a new .config without i3, and the backup would have been created. Now this switch says clearly, do not remove the current content of config. Yes, true. I want you to keep away from the .config, meaning Awesome is in there, BSPWM is in there, OpenBox is in there, Qtile is in there. You know, all these configurations will be still there, and it's up to you to remove it if you want it. So that's what we've changed basically, and that is a tremendous difference, I think. So the main thing to remember about this video is that we're switching the configuration of SDDM. We are actually following Plasma. Theme, KDE, theme. When you are on Plasma and you save the settings in Plasma, it writes settings divided over two places. It writes it a piece in here and another piece in here. Now, if you want to develop an app, an ArcoLinux Tweak Tool app for SDDM, because that's the move we've done, we will not install any more SDDM configuration. So this is not our app, and it's this line that's not correct. It can't be a path. It can't be a path. So we will not install that anymore, and we'll use our own tweak tool. And in the tweak tool, we will write to this thing, two versions, one of them and another one. So that's the main thing to remember. SDDM configuration is now divided over two files, and the tweak tool knows it. Okay. So ZSH tab has been improved. I see I need to change this here. Let me do so on the fly. And voila, with new image here. So the ZSH tab has been improved. What does it mean? It means that Surfy has created a script that will check all these, I don't know, 100 or something like that, themes, and creates a nice image saying, okay, this is the look. What you select here will be shown. You can apply to go to ZSH, go back to Bash, reset it, apply ZSH theme. A lot of things have changed here, and it's for the better, right? We can already see in the tool, okay, that's gonna be the look on my terminal. Do I like it? Yes, no, I like it. Apply, it's done. Remember, if you apply ZSH logout, login. If you switch shell, logout first. Add fixes is a new tab. We have lots of aliases. That's a very important tip for newcomers, right? They really need to know the word scale and what it does, and they need to know that this makes your life easier. We hate things that overcomplex things that will not help us in any way, and we have this long list, and gradually you learn all these aliases. And why am I saying that? Because aliases often refer to scripts, and scripts are behind the button here. Fix the keys, click. So if anybody reports anything about problems with keys, we'll tell them launch ArcoLinux Tweak Tool and click Fix Keys. Set Osbeck as the only Arch Linux server. That's normally one of the better servers, but computers are what they are, not reliable. Simple as that, right? So sometimes they're online, and sometimes they're offline, and then they're synced, and then the database is corrupt, and such and such and such. So this is the first line that we use normally if we've not changed or used the alias yet, called mirror, mirror S, mirror D, mirror A, mirror X, mirror XX, right? Lots of changes are possible regarding the Arch Linux servers. This has nothing to do with ArcoLinux. Arch Linux repository mirror list. Okay, so same thing here, get the best Arch Linux servers. If you click there, that list that you just saw will be changed, because in China, or because in Australia, or because in Russia, you'll have different ArcoLinux servers in your neighborhood that are the fastest, the best online, etc., etc., fully synced and all that. It all matters. If you have problems with SDDM, we can tell you to reset sddm.conf. I say, okay, click that button and everything will be fine. Now the problem with this thing is if sometimes the ArcoLinux tweak tool will not launch because you're not using ArcoLinux as your daily driver, so you won't know all these changes and you just update once every 2 months maybe, right? So there is, of course, then the tweak tool won't launch, and there is the fix something, and take a look at all the fixes that we have. Fix key server, fix pacman.conf key server, and that's the one we're talking about. Fix SDDM config, and that's exactly the same thing as what we have in the other one, in the graphical user interface ArcoLinux tweak tool. There was a user really changing the content of pacman.conf and everything was broken, so we've got a button now to fix the pacman.conf. Here it is. That's changed, that's changed, that's changed. This is because of the key servers. You want to get keys in, keys, and ArcoLinux is in one sentence, right? That's a marriage. It's always gonna be an issue, and we'll always be there to help you. And this is one of the things you can do, is add servers to it. And yes, I'm afraid to say, but yes, the Ubuntu key server is the one working today. All right, then videos, of course, to explain everything. We've created a new tab here, a new tab about the mirrors. Remember the sentence, if you see still people having issues with the bike seat host, we've got ants in our pants, right? We've changed from bike.seathost to ant.seathost. That's the thing to remember and to help others. Now we thought, what if we create something in the tweak tool so that people can say, I will not enable, so enable seathost repo, do not enable it, and save us bandwidth. So we've had to move to a better, bigger, faster, etc. server. That's the end server. But what if we give the user the possibility to save us bandwidth, and then it will come from the next server, which is Belnet, and Belnet is free. So the bandwidth there is just thank you Belnet, right? And it's not paid for. So we ask you to disable this, and then you'll get the updates in maximum 12 hours later, because it's twice mirrored from seathost. What else? Yeah, users were asking, can you give us a tab to create the user? Well, creating a user is actually super simple, but not everybody is ready to know all these things, and it's already documented here in phase 2. It's just a line. It's a copy paste, change some things, that's it. Control C, and probably you're not gonna be called Eric, but that's it. Create the user isn't as simple as this line here. Now, we've created something equivalent to the Plasma look, because Plasma has this. But with 23 desktops, many of them do not have anything, right? So no way to create a user. And yeah, it sometimes happens, I suppose, that you are sharing a computer with somebody else and then you want to create another user name. So that's it. And apply. And if you log out, you log in with another username. The SDDM is a new tab, so we definitely wanted to go away from this tool, but we need to have a replacement. So this is the replacement. It took a lot of work, and then we found out that Plasma had this 2 ways of saving, right? sddm.conf and the directory sddm.conf.d. So it's gonna work anyway. Old SDDM configuration, new configuration, it's gonna work always, but we do need to all these buttons to auto login, the desktop session, choose the themes, choose the cursor theme, install many missing ArcoLinux SDDM themes, or remove them again, but keep the default, or apply the SDDM conf. So if you're again, well, changing the SDDM configuration and it's broken, then the button will fix it. Enable SDDM, refresh the list of SDDM. So if you've installed something, it's not going to show immediately here, right? You need to refresh. ATT relaunches, takes a look at what's inside the folders, and displays the list of the new guys. Well, the current guys. Okay, so this tab really replaces this complete application that we used to have. So it's out of our ISOs. And when you do the stay rolling script, and that's maybe also a good thing to show in this video as well, this is a folder you need to remember. The .bin binary applications, lots of fun, that's okay, fun is fun, but stay rolling is important, right? And you can move from one version to another version, and that's how we stay rolling. And we will not automate it. We don't want to automate this thing. We want you just to also learn a little bit of scripting and decide what you want to do and so on. It's entirely well, up to you if you run these things. We have the terminals tab that really changed considerably because we love all of our yeah, we love all of our terminals. And yeah, we do have a few, right? We have a few, and that's okay. URXCT is, for instance, very interesting to log into the seed host server. An interesting terminal to do that. And Termite was a hell trying to get to the server and so on. So every terminal has probably its issues. Now the Termite theme, the development stops, right? The new packages still come in, so I'm still building new packages for Termite. We have so many nice themes. So we'll keep Termite around until it really dies. And then Alacrity is there to save it. So in essence, we have only 3 of them. URXVT, XSC4, because we do like our F12. And I've changed the color, if you see up here. I've changed the design of my XFCE4 with this one, right? All the themes are on ArcoLinux XL. That's the ISO to start with. If people ask, my first experience with ArcoLinux, what should I install? ArcoLinux XL. That's the idea or the correct answer, and then later on they can move to other things. And that's, we've already written it somewhere in the university text there. When you see this, well, let's go to it. So open link in new tab so we don't get lost there. This is the link, right? The learning path. This is where what we think is now our phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and so on. And 3 years later, you could be building your own distribution, hopefully with a lot of knowledge and helping others as well in the path of, well, the Linux world. Okay, so that's our learning path. So if you're not on ArcoLinux XL, you need to click and click and click, and everything will be installed, and you can apply the new themes. AT desktop tab has been improved. Okay, what's this? Well, yeah, the cute fish is there for one thing, but also a button to remove it again. So I always joke about how's it called? Kung Fu there, wax on, wax off, right? Karate Kid, that's the name. And that's basically it, right? We install awesome, and we remove awesome again with ArcoLinux Desktop Treasure. So it's super simple, super interesting, and new. Well, 2 new things. Everything is now in one folder. All the backups are in there. Boom. So it won't spoil and make everything too complex in your .config folder, in your hidden folders. So it's everything in one folder, plus the log files are interesting to see what did I install extra to get Xmonad. It's there. Compare with meld, 2 files, right mouse click, compare, and you know what it takes to install Mate. Add privacy tab has been improved. It used to be HBlock, we've called it privacy or privacy. Improve your security and privacy by blocking ads, that's still HBlock. And then we thought, is this possible? So it's just a what if. And then I've applied it to the Firefox extensions. Install, remove, uBlock origin, click install, click remove. Simple as that, on and off. So that's there. Then the switcher, again, a lot of work went into it thanks to Surfy, where he created a means to make images and switching from image to image while selecting these desktops. These are the desktops, right? Only 3 at this point in time. But then you get this drop down of all the themes. And when you change the theme, you'll see the theme. And that's an improvement, right? And then you can apply, because you know already it's gonna look like that. Let's apply it. The better lock screen is dependent. We're all dependent on each other. This is Linux. Better lock screen is from somebody else. Better lock screen uses i3lock from somebody else. i3lock changes something. Better lock screen needs to change something. ArcoLinux better lock screen needs to change something, right? And all it was a hashtag, a dash in between. So rather than concatenating everything in one word, there was a dash in there. Everything breaks. So that's it. That's only one thing to change, but it has so much effect, so much work. But as a result, we also have the suite icon theme. So as from now on, you'll have here, if you click here, you can choose a theme, and we can choose a suite theme as well. We found a theme that's not actually on AUR yet, and that's called IU. It looks similar to the Arc theme, but it's a little bit darker, and maybe you like it. You can install it as well. We themed. Okay, so this is kind of double, but in a sense it gives you more information. 208 Alacrity themes and 80 XFCE4 terminal themes have been added. So it's incredible choice, and we're kind of proud of it, right? Because looking at terminals is what we do all day. It feels like that, right? Why not make a nice look? Why not have a nice look and a different look every week, every day, right? And that's what we did here, adding more terminals, well, themes to our terminals. TLP, we need to mention that because if you do a clean install, it will be there, right? It has been there in our systems in the past. This is actually just for the guys that have left laptops and batteries, and it's a click here and you'll know and learn about TLP. Calamaris, I don't think we've, well, probably changed in version, not sure though. But what we've done is add lots and lots of packages and 2 speeds, so to speak. So this is a one-time change. Android stuff is in here, Element Desktop is in here. You can read the list here. And this was another time, more in August, I think, in the beginning. So IU team is there, and other, well, more game-like things. These are all things for gaming. Lots of gaming things in here, and that's new, right? So when you install ArcoLinux, you have Calamaris, the graphical installer, and you'll have lots of choice. Now, my advice is, if you are very new to Linux, don't use the advanced, but use the beginner installation and try to learn first about how does everything work, what applications are there, and so on and so on, and use that. A question for you guys: if you think there will be, or there are other things that we can add to the list. So what do? We create packages from the AUR, but there are so many packages from the AUR. So ArcoLinux AUR. That's this. What I've done years ago, right? You just type something in here and then delete everything. Now we are on a page where all the packages are on. It says 2500 and I found it very strange that it's that exact number. So, right? Question mark. But what you could do is see what packages do people vote for. Okay, Dropbox, Spotify, Google Chrome, and take the first 10 pages. Or you take popularity, and again, popularity, 51. Paru is there, Yay is there, Bravebin is there, and take the first 10 pages. What do other people, right, think about this? But I always am kind of wary about what other people think. Make up your own mind. So if you have packages that you say, Eric, wouldn't it be nice if we included this or that package? Voila, then we build it for you, because basically that's what I wanted to come to. This is not a package. This is a recipe. This says how to cook, how to package Mango Hut and lib32 Mango Hut and the common package. This cannot be installed. This needs to be built. So what we do for you is build a lot of packages. And if we think, oh, that's a good addition to our selection, we'll add it, right? This is what we've built for you. All these packages are the biggest out there. 1.3 gigabyte, right? WhatsApp natifier, so WhatsApp application, everybody knows, 185 megabyte. The third party is the longest one. A long list. The slider becomes smaller, right? A long list of all packages not from us. We have no control over it. It's AUR, so Arch User Repository. A user is you, is me. Anybody can make a package build. If the package build is wrong, voila, the end result is wrong. The package will not work. But these are all packages we build for you. Every morning we update these packages, check out if there are new versions out there in the world that the maintainers have updated. And this is our stuff, ArcoLinux stuff. Also a long list of all the packages that we've created during 4 years. So that's that. Suggestions, tell us on Discord. That's where you go. There is a channel called Suggestion. We'll do some more tutorials. This video that we're creating does this one. What's new? How to stay rolling is there. And sometimes the Duo IP service, which is actually a server from Plasma, is down. Servers, right? But then you just pin it manually. But, well, 99% of the time, that's more or less the idea about servers, right? Keep them on for 99%. And then if you want to see more information, some more technical stuff, that's here. But that's me telling that we're at the end of the video, saying, okay, this is what we've done in 1 month time. Mid-August release, mid-September release. Lots of coding, lots of ArcoLinux tweak tool changes, and a new desktop, the cute fish. All right, enjoy.